64. Everything is a board game. Video games, movies, TV, religion, restaurants, you name it, a board game is there for it. And today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted you to ask us questions about the craziness that is Rule 64. So, without further ado, here we go. What board game has been in our collection the longest? Now, going back before Rule 64 was as it is today, it started out as a Simpsons board game collection, and the very first one that sparked the collection would be this one, The Simpsons Life. Life is a great game to play in general, and Simpsons kind of make a fun little addition to that. What is the oldest board game that we have? Now, this is one of my favorites in our collection, not only because of the oldness and the design of it, but I also played it as a kid, so this is really exciting. We have a Cootie from 1949. This thing is amazing. It's really cool because it's back when the Shapper Company was the Shapper Company. It wasn't bought by Hasbro. Look at how awesome this is. It's so old school. The design of it is just so fun. And imagine being a kid, like, in 1949 playing this for the first time. Check out how old the dice is. It's so withered and loved. It's perfect. What game do you have the most versions of? I didn't really think about this until the question was asked, and it's kind of cool finding out for ourselves. The answer is Clue. We have 9 different Clue versions. There is Clue the Office, a very exciting and very fitting Alfred Hitchcock Clue edition. Harry Potter Clue! Now this gets super fun. There are 3 different versions of The Simpsons Clue. 4 technically if you count the tin box, but I'm going to show you the 3 different versions in, the regular cardboard box. This is edition 1 with the pewter pieces, edition 2 with the plastic, and edition 3, which is very excited to tell you that it's the 3rd edition and a new mystery. Now, what gets a little weird with Clue is that there is a VHS tape board game for it. Not just 1, but 2 of them. Look at this. Clue has a sequel, but only if it's the VHS tape game. Clue, the VCR mystery game, and Clue 2, Murder in Disguise. Where and how do you store all of the board games? Now, the best way for me to answer this question is for you to take a tour with me. So join me for a moment as I welcome you to our board game stash. So, to start off, this is our TV show collection. Got a lot of really funky stuff here. Mork and Mindy, Full House, Cabbage Patch Kids, Charmed. Next up we have 3 different categories on one shelf. Up here is our collection of VCR board games. Underneath that are our food games. You can see Mr. Bacon there. And then on the very bottom is our collection of religious games, or our movie games. We've got everything from Annie, it even says based on the movie, to the Harry Potter Clue that I just showed you guys, and vast array. Now here, tucked away in this little corner, are what we call the 3D builder games. The games that you have to put together and play not just on a flat plane, but on different levels. So over here, most of these we can't really categorize them, so we just call them the rare strange section. A lot of stuff, we end up laughing so hard that the other shoppers kind of wonder what the heck is wrong with us. Now all across here, these are our book board games. Some of these I played as a kid, and others came with the shock of Rule 64 itself. We call the product board games, such as eBay, Yellowstone Park, and for whatever reason, there is Croplan Genetics, the board game. This small section here is a combination of card games and toys. We have zombies here, but then we have we have 3 different versions of Pretty Pretty Princess. Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball has a board game. Barbie, Furby, G.I. Joe, the works. This is one of my favorite sections. This is the video game board games. Hubert and Popeye. Here is our favorites. Stuff that we know we will play over and over again and are very excited to own. Get ready, you guys. This section is all of our Simpsons games. The Rule 64 before it was Rule 64. That was awesome, wasn't it? Roughly what percentage of your game collection have you played at least once? We have a lot of games. I would say, give or take, maybe about a fifth of them. Some games we pick up just because they're funny. Others we pick up with intent to play. And sometimes when we pick up so many at once, it kind of just gets lost in the shuffle. And then when we have a game night, it's like, oh, we haven't played this one yet. It's a surprise in every box. From start to finish, how long does it take for us to film each episode? Now, considering film time, editing, syncing the audio, uploading and whatnot, it takes about 4 hours, but those are 4 very lazy hours over the course of a couple of days, just because sometimes, you know, we get done filming and then it takes sometimes more than a half hour to sync up our audio. This is the microphone that we use, lovely blue Snowball that we have for recording our audio. It's doing wonders for us. We love it. What camera do you use for photos? We have a nice little Fujifilm FinePix S1500. Say that 5 times fast. It works really well for us. We've had it for a long time, and I would show it to you, but that's what we also use for filming. Who picks up all the bits and pieces after each video? Do they just stay on the ground, or are they picked up afterwards? Mr. Bacon picks up all the pieces! In all honesty, it's a little bit of a mix of both. Depending on how pissed off we are at a game, it'll usually sit on the floor for a couple days. But if we end up shooting multiple episodes in, you know, one after the other, or if we're just that amped up, it gets cleaned up afterwards. This is a really awesome question. It's the last one of this video, and it actually made me think a little bit. If we were to be trapped with 3 other people for a whole week, what game would you want with? This game is awesome. Zombies. It's a really fun build your own board, and there's tons of expansion packs for it. I think they're up to like 11 now, and even then there's like sub numbers. There's like Zombies 3 and then Zombies 3.5, so there's probably about 15. But this would be an excellent thing to have in a group of people that you're stuck with for a week. Not only because if you have so many expansion packs, you could literally play this for a week, but also if you were to just play it singly, you would never have the same board twice. It is a very, very fun game, and I highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. This was a lot of fun, guys. Be sure to check us out on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and join us next time for the next crazy review, because it just keeps getting weirder.